You're back.
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Who's missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
Anyone else gone missing?
Yeah. The man I'm more interested in is Corporal White. White had a lot of promise. Wanted to be a ranger as bad as anyone I've seen. But he also had some extracurricular activities going. Now he's gone.
I'll see what I can find out about Corporal White for you.
Word around the base is he'd been going regularly to visit a hooker named Dazzle at Gamora. That's a casino on the Strip. Classy place. His belongings are up in the barracks in the concourse building. First bunk on your left if you're facing it from the center.
And what about those break-ins?
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Would you be willing to give me the control tower access key so I can check it out?
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there. Just a bunch of old communications equipment. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
You said there's been thefts?
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing.
I'll keep an eye out for those, too.
Yep. See you around.
Okay, so one of our options here is to go to the control tower and find out what's happening with the mole, but there will be a skill check with skills I probably don't have, so I don't know if that's a good idea or not. So we can go through Corporal White's locker in the concourse at least. We weren't even able to get that ranger. That there ranger's body for this lady here. Morales. Oh well. Okay, so White, let's see. Did I activate the quest? Yes, I did. So, I need to find his locker, which is right here. And it has a journal. And that counted as stealing. Why did it count as stealing? It didn't look like it was stealing. Okay, let's read it. I pulled the log from the East Pump Station computer for the last week. Looking back over the past several weeks, the times are roughly consistent. There's definitely something going on. Water shouldn't even be going over to the west side, and yet the log says otherwise. I know I'm onto something. And then there's times here with water being drawn. Okay. So what does that tell us? There's a cistern over in west side that may have some more clues. Or we could go talk to Dazzle, which we're not going to the Strip yet. So that's not a part of the agenda. Is there stuff in these foot lockers that we can grab? Yeah, there is. It'd be stealing. It'd be taking without permission. Wasn't there a doctor over here somewhere? I think he's over here. I think he's over here. Yeah, let's get fixed up. Well, fixed up in the sense of selling him stuff for medical supplies and maybe even steal out of that container. Hello. Okay. Eddie. There we go. Now I got stuff to trade.
Do you require medical attention? Bye.
Bought ourselves some Radaway and some stim packs. He had quite a bit of Radaway and Radex on him. I was kind of pleasantly surprised there. Okay. Let's meet up with Contreras. How about that? He was another person we were investigating, I suppose. And there's no really easy way to fast travel out here into the yard anyway. So, yeah, that's probably a good idea. If you were in charge of a remaster of Fallout 2, what would you do? Graphics updates and such, and why? What an excellent question, and I feel like it would probably be something similar to what they did with Wasteland 2. 3D graphics, but also still the isometric RPG style. Maybe a little bit of the extra skill-related multi-party member usage type stuff which is really cool in games like that. And I don't remember seeing it in any other games besides Wasteland 2, where all the party members would work together to, you know, do things, to progress. And I think that's kind of awesome. Okay, let's talk to Contreras really quick. Hello, sir.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier. Take your pick.
What you mentioned earlier, what kind of supplies did you have in mind?
Are you implying I have some kind of secret under-the-table stash I only offer to certain clients? Because that could get a man in trouble.
I got some connections. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Now you're talking my language. I do have an expanded inventory for people I can trust. If you're willing to do a little legwork for me, I could give you access to my stash and at a discount. Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard-pressed to find them at a better price anywhere else.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want, you know. They're already suspicious. I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes. Bye.
You got a little shifty voice, just like I did. All right, so we've done what we can here so far. So let's probably move up north a little bit. You know, we made it to the gun runners. There's Isaac now. Weird how he just kind of showed up. Uh-oh. The Rangers are after me. Cass. No.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. Here's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Thanks, sir. Hey, I've barely used the NCR two-way radio because there's not many places you can actually use it. But when you do, it's actually pretty good.
I don't handle buying and selling for the gun runners. Talk to the robot in the kiosk near our factory.
Contreras sent me. McCarran needs a lot more guns and ammo.
Shit, is he serious? The 25% increase in weapons is doable, but a 50% increase in ammunition is nuts. Just don't have the supplies on hand to meet that kind of demand for new weapons. Later.
Okay, so we need to get our barter up to 80, because I really don't feel like getting supplies for him, because I think they start asking for, like, metal and tin cans and stuff like that, and I'm, not a fan. Not a fan. Hello there.
Hey there. Need anything?
Thanks, ma'am. All right, now we got to go over to the Crimson Caravan really quick and tell her that Cassidy Caravans is hers now. If you were able to do any crossover from Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 4, what would it be and why? You're talking about like universe crossovers? Let's see. It'd probably be something else that's post-apocalyptic. I would probably go with Eli from the Book of Eli. I really enjoyed that movie a lot. Well, Mad Max is kind of an obvious one too. I'd enjoy that. The Mad Max vehicles and stuff like that. But I think Eli, yeah. How about that?
Welcome back.
Cassidy Caravans is yours, ma'am.
Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions.
Anything else you need me to do?
Something has actually come up. A prospector recently came through here and spent a lot of caps on supplies. Closer inspection of these caps has revealed them to be brand new. This is a problem. The most likely source of these new caps is the old sarsaparilla bottling plant. Go there, locate the bottle cap press, and disable it. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, Pressing Matters. Oh, that's a great name for a quest. Wait a minute. This gentleman looks suspicious.
She knows what she's doing, that's for sure.
Okay. So what else do we need to do here? We need to speak to people in Freeside. I did go over the quest and look at what we needed to do for getting into dealing with the NCR and the Kings. And part of the problem was I was just ignoring a chunk of the quest. You can actually talk to the settlers or the squatters around the Freeside area that show up when the quest activates. Or you can talk to the ghoul out front and bribe him. which is the route we're going to go.
Ah, my favorite customer. Got a cap for me?
You know anything about the soldiers prowling the area?
Could be. That kind of information doesn't come cheap, though. I'll need at least 150 caps for this one.
If you ever want me to buy another tip from you, that price will come down.
You're a scoundrel. I'll let it go for 50, but no lower.
Done.
Much appreciated. The guys you're talking about have been spotted near the old train station in the northwest. There have been more and more squatters heading that way each night, too. Word is, there's a password to get into the building.
You know the password?
It'll cost you 250 caps.
I've already paid good money for this information. 100 more caps, no more.
Fine. 100 it is. But only because you're a good customer. I've heard here and there that the word hope has recently become quite popular with the squatters. But that's all I've heard. If I knew more, I'd try to bilk you out of more caps. You interested in one of my other tips?
Some other time.
I understand. Well, have a good day.
And I like Rotface. Even though he called me a scoundrel. Alright, we gotta talk to some of the settlers hanging out around here. I think I rarely go up here, but I'm pretty sure there are like stashes. Yeah, there is. There is a stash over there. I always forget about it. There's not much verticality in these earlier Fallout games, and we have a fight going on too. Interesting. I think my crew has it covered. I think, yeah, we're good. We're good, guys. Thanks. Wow, even a stealth boy. Ooh, this was worth it. Oh my goodness. Somebody was really gearing up to kill someone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, one of the kings is coming up. Oh no. No, not me. No, I gotta re-equip my weapons. Making it sound like I'm gonna use them on him. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. No. But I don't want him to chase me down. I need to go over here and talk to these people over here. Hello.
Hello. Don't think I've seen your face before. Are you a citizen of the NCR?
Why, yes, I am.
Ordinarily, I'd take your word on that. But lately, I've had several people lie and claim to be citizens just to take advantage of our program. But I've come up with a fairly simple way to tell who's lying. You up to taking a little test?
Really? Sure.
This'll just take a few moments, and it's all stuff that any real citizen of the NCR knows. Okay, first question. Who was the most popular president in NCR history? Kimball, Tibbet, Tandy, or Peterson?
Well, that's easy. Tandy.
Interesting. Okay, next question. What was the original name of the NCR capital? The Boneyard, Shady Sands, Aradesh, or Vault 13?
Also an easy one. Shady Sands.
Fair enough. All right, last question. What animal is on the NCR's flag? A two-headed bear, an eagle, a two-headed snake, or a two-tailed lion?
Well, that'd be a two-headed bear.
Very good. I'm happy to say you've proven you're definitely an NCR citizen, which means you qualify for our program. Just head to the northwest part of town by the old train station. We start handing out supplies at 6 every night. There'll be some guards by the door, but just remember that the password is HOPE, and they'll let you by right quick.
Oh, I thought it was a multi-word password. That's why I talked to him. No. You can't have this. You can't. No. I'm just gonna have one of the kings following me the whole time. I'm curious what you guys would say to the crossover question as well. If you have any crossovers you'd like to see in the Fallout universe that you think would fit and also be awesome. Whoa, okay. All right. That was awesome. The flinging the thugs everywhere over here. All right. Next question. If Fallout 4 could have one DLC from an older game, what would you like it to be? And I thought about this for a little bit. That was a really good question, by the way. I would say probably the Pit. I enjoyed the Pit the most, I think, of the former DLCs. At least for Fallout, I would probably suggest like Fallout 3 to be a newer or would want a Fallout 3 DLC to be a newer one, because Fallout New Vegas's DLCs all kind of tied together really, really well. And if I just chose one of them, it would be like an incomplete story. If it was, so I would want all of the New Vegas ones, if that makes sense.
Hold up. What's the password?
Hope.
Go ahead.
That's it. That's all we needed.
Here you go. I hope this helps.
All right. Here we are. We made it. Why does no one have lights? There is no lights on the ceiling here. The only thing lighting the room is this broken machine. Oh my goodness. I had a really fun highlight when we did this in the After War Nevada playthrough.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work and said to give you this.
I'm surprised they're not trying to kill you. Weren't you guys having a disagreement? Oh well. Okay, so we're gonna move the doctor's bag in here. I'm not gonna do this too terribly often because it is kind of cheap. I usually do this with the Silver Rush. Is I take all the energy weapons and move them into the back room and take them. Just a really easy way to get caps. But I'm because my barter skill's so high now, we don't have to worry about it too much. But I am going to be taking the purified water. Cass, I need you to move. Because I like purified water. And we didn't really have any. We used it all. Okay. There we go. There we go. And that's a beret and NCR trooper armor. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Kieran!
Welcome. There's food and water here for any citizen of the NCR. Please, have some.
Do you serve food to the locals as well?
No, I'm afraid we don't. Don't you have a friend you wanted to bring in?
Yes, I did, but I was afraid it wouldn't get served.
You were right. But here, take another helping for your friend. It'll be our secret.
Why don't you serve the locals?
That's not really a pleasant topic of conversation. Let's just say we have our reasons.
Well, Julie Farkas told me to ask. She said it was important.
You know Julie? Not everyone in the NCR sees eye to eye with the followers, but they're okay in my book, mostly because of her. If you really want to know, we sent an envoy to the king, offering to coordinate the relief effort.
What happened?
Our envoy was brutally beaten and only barely survived. My superiors ordered the relief mission scrapped. I managed to get clearance to carry out the mission anyway, but with greatly reduced support. Now there's not enough supplies to go around, even if I wanted to serve the rest of Freeside, which I don't. That's all in the past now. I should get back to work. Say hi to Julie for me.
All right, thank you, Kieran. Okay, now we know what actually happened. So we got to go and inform the king about some kind of nonsense that was going on, some kind of foul play between the NCR and the kings. And they sent an envoy. They sent somebody to deliver food to the locals, and they got savagely beaten in trade. I don't think that's a very good deal. I don't know about you guys. What is your favorite story faction in Fallout New Vegas? NCR, favorite story faction in New Vegas would probably be the NCR was the most filled out because they're like the centralized faction that's kind of taking over all of the Vegas area, or trying to. But the boomers, if they count. I really like the boomers, primarily because, explosions.
Hi.
Well,
hey there. I heard that NCR soldier lady told you some wild story about them sending a messenger to us to work out some deal. That's bullshit, and it's nothing to bother the king with. More like they sent someone to spy on us and he wasn't tough enough to last in Freeside. So do everyone a favor and keep your mouth shut about it, okay?
What's my silence worth to you?
You're a bastard after my own heart. Here, this should do it.
That's a good start.
Fine, here's some more. But you better keep your mouth shut. I'm out of here. Got some important business to take care of.
Ooh, 300 caps. I got 300 caps out of that deal. Ooh, I'm liking the barter skill. I don't really play a barter character that much, so I'm getting brand new dialogue to me. Okay, well let's rat him out.
Leading lady.
Hello, Rexy.
You find out something about them soldier boys yet?
The NCR is distributing supplies in a building down by the train station.
Handing out supplies? Like food and stuff? That ain't nothing to get ruffled over. You find anything else?
They're only handing out supplies to NCR citizens.
Ah, that would explain the goons. They're here to keep people like my friends away from the food. That ain't something I support. No, sir.
They also said someone was sent to discuss the issue with you.
Wait a minute. They said what?
They said the man was severely beaten and barely survived.
Huh. That would explain why they're all riled at us. Seems like we have a big misunderstanding. What the hell?
I love that reaction.
King, we've got problems.